Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Hello and welcome back to the channel, everyone. I've got a lot more coding tutorials coming up, so be sure to hit subscribe so that you can check them all out. And so here we're going to look at how to create quick plots, scatter plots in particular, with Python with Matplotlib. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. So the first thing that you're going to have to do, if you haven't done it already, is actually install Matplotlib. And so I did that by running pip3 install matplotlib in my terminal. I'll just leave that commented up below and then we'll just get right into the code. So first thing we're going to have to do after that is actually import matplotlib. So we say import matplotlib.pyplot as plt just to alias it so it's easier to refer to. And then we're going to be generating some random data. So we're going to import random. And what we're going to do is we're going to generate XY coordinates to plot our markers on our scatter plot. And so we're going to generate a random array of integers for the X coordinates and a random array of integers for the Y coordinates. So we're going to call random.randint 0, 0, and so it's generating 100 random integers between 0 and 100. So we're going to do that for X and Y, and basically those two lines are going to generate our data for us. So next what we have to do is we're actually going to generate the plot. So we have plot or plt.scatter, and then we're going to pass in our arguments X and Y, our random data, and then the label, which is going to show up in the legend, is example data, just because this data doesn't actually represent anything. And then we're going to color these markers red with just the R string, and the marker we're going to use is going to be indicated with the number 1, just because I like what that marker looks like. You'll see it in a minute. So next, what we have to do is label our axes. So we're just going to label the x-axis by passing in the string x into the function xLabel, and then similarly for the y-axis, we're going to pass in y into the y-label, and then we're going to set the title of the graph with plot.title, and we're going to call it we can use matplotlib. And then we're going to just call the legend function so as to make the legend show up in the plot. And then plot.show actually brings up the graph for us. So let's go ahead and run this and see. So here we basically created a scatter plot. So you can see the title says we can use matplotlib. You can see the markers, the X and Y labels, and then you can see that the axis values were automatically scaled for us based off of the data that we have. And so, yeah, basically you can see how in 10 lines of code we were able to generate a pretty interesting scatter plot and actually configure some different attributes of the plot. And so let's regenerate the data. So we just run it again. You can see that the points are in different places. And now let's just go ahead and close out the graph and let's edit some of the attributes. So let's change the color of the markers to be blue. Let's, how about we make fewer data points? So let's just have 10 X and Y values, and let's change the marker from the 1 to an X. So now we should be printing blue X's and only 10 of them. And so yeah, here you can see we have our blue X's. And yeah, this is basically how you create simple scatter plots with Matplotlib. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope this helped. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. Take care. Bye.
Perfect.